So here I am, Tuesday morning, July 10th. I'm just about to, or planning to start my trek to Toronto on my Honda Nighthawk 450, 1985. However, as you might be able to see here, it's raining out. I guess I sort of expected to ride in some rain, but I definitely didn't want to start out riding in the rain, so maybe I'll wait. We'll see. Priority one for packing for my trip is to make sure I got good tunes. I got some speakers, but my helmet noise is too loud in the wind. So I'm gonna do some adaptation. We'll see if this works. I got these at the dollar store, and I got some Velcro, and I'm just gonna take off the ear parts and see if it helps to decrease the wind noise. Well, I'm pretty pleased with how that turned out. Looks like it should do something at least, and maybe help to make it loud enough for me to listen to books or music. Podcasts, and we'll see how it works once I get on the highway. Well, here I am, decked out, ready to go. Turned out to be a beautiful day, so I'm gonna have a good time. This is all my stuff. I was gonna wear that blue backpack on my back, but I think I'd prefer to strap it down. I got the phone mount there. I got power for my phone, and I put a little stainless steel can there. I put a little bit of extra storage, and oh yeah, I got my helmet all ready to go, and I got a little Bluetooth thing, so I don't have to use headphones or use a wire. Anyways, here we go. Yeah, can I just get a large Coke, please? Okay. Thank you. All right. Thank you. I knew that was going to happen.
Do you need to take that, man?
No, it's okay. That was smooth. One of my deals with myself on this trip was that I was going to stop at every McDonald's and get a large Coke. Everyone that I see so far, this is the first one in Dryden. Must be about 3.5 hours into my trip into driving. I have a feeling when I get closer to Toronto, I'm gonna have to stop for a lot of e-brakes as well. So last night, slept up this beautiful spot, nice beach, beautiful little campsite over here, and turns out for part of the night I must have been sleeping on my little camelback and drained about 1 liter of water into my tent. Most of it went under me, soaked my sleeping bag and tent. So thankfully it's a windy day. I'll dry everything out and hit the road. Something I forgot to point out yesterday, I wound up tightening my light, my signal light. I was trying to tighten the windshield, and I snapped it off, stripped it, and so I wound up just fastening it to a little jury rig with a couple
hose clamps. Hooked that on and it worked good all day yesterday. My favorite addition today is my cup holder. And that's obviously a McDonald's cup taped to my support. Got my little apple juice in there today. You might say, Trevor, what are you going to do? You can't see your tack. And I would say I'm way ahead of you there. The tack doesn't even work. So in the last town I was at, there was a guy who pulled in on a motorbike, and he had this huge bike, and then he had also packed tons of stuff on it. And he pulled over to the side of the road and was just stopping, and he couldn't hold his bike up, so it just kind of fell over. And I was sort of laughing to myself because I was thinking, oh man, these people and their big huge bikes. Well, I just stopped for lunch. I took my bike, just parked it here in this nice beautiful spot, but I dumped it here when I stopped. So there's my Nighthawk 450. Apparently I can't handle it. I don't know if any of you have heard of Agu Sabon Falls, but check this out. It's amazing. Approximately 1,368 kilometers into my trip. This is my second McDonald's drive-through that I've seen. That's got to be a record.
Hi, can I help you there?
Yeah, can I just get a large Coke, please? Let's see if we can do this a little more smoothly this time. You know, when I started this, I thought, oh, I'll be drinking a lot of Cokes from McDonald's. I have to buy other Cokes at other places.
Really? They served you?
Are they not supposed to?
No.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they say you're not supposed to come through, but
Oh. Okay. Thank you. You too. Now that actually was smooth. So here I am at McDonald's. I got my obligatory large drink. But I don't eat the food here. It's not good enough for me. Instead, I am going to have a hunk of meat and some farmer sausage, jalapeno cheese, and some veggies, and looks good, right? So this could get ugly, but I'm gonna try and jump over that and get into my campsite down by the river there. I believe this is Crown Land. Everything all right? So that was a crazy day. Let's see. Started 18 hours ago, 5:30 in the morning. I was awoken by the soft pitter-patter of rain on my tent. Forecast had been for 11 o'clock, so I was actually planning to get up at 6 and try and beat the rain. However, it started at 5:30. So I quickly got up and packed everything up, a little bit wet, and started off. Put my rain gear on and drove in the rain for about 2-3 hours. And I was soaked. It was really cold. I don't know how cold it was. Maybe like 12 degrees. I don't know. It could have been 14, 15, but it felt really cold. So I'm driving along. I get usually about 100 miles on each tank of gas before it goes to reserve. And so I got to this town called Wawa, and I was thinking maybe I'll get gas, but I had only traveled 50 miles. So I thought, I always fill up so early and then I wind up stopping too much. So I just kept going. And I figured there's got to be something, you know, I can go probably 130 miles with a reserve. And anyways, I kept going and freezing and raining and going. And I kept thinking, I'm going to run out of gas. And then I thought, how about I just don't worry about it? What's gonna happen? I can't make anything different. By this time I was too far to turn back, and anyways, there's no gas stations. I stopped and Googled it. There was none for. I knew I was going to run out of gas before I got there. So here I am, had a bit of an adventure. I ran out of gas. There's no gas stations for about 200 kilometers. And I passed the last one when I should have stopped. Anyways, I went to the gas. I got a ride almost right away. Somebody stopped and they took me to the gas station, got me this can of gas, and then I was hitchhiking my way back. Somebody stopped to pick me up. And the crazy thing is, I went to start it and it wasn't starting, wasn't even doing anything. I couldn't figure it out. And I realized it was not in neutral. So stupid. Anyways, there we go. And away I go. So I keep driving. Have to carry a gas can around in front of me on my lap. And that was a little awkward, but it worked out fine. I actually bungee strapped it to myself and then drove all the way back to the gas station and filled up the bike again. So that was a bit of an adventure. It was maybe about half hour after the gas station that the rain kind of stopped right as I drove up to this amazing waterfall. Another roadside attraction, just right by the road. There's these unbelievably beautiful falls. It was really beautiful, and actually it was, I couldn't help but sing how great thou art, just thinking about how God put these things together. Not not all the stupid things I did, but he put together the amazing nature that I was seeing. So that was kind of cool. And then after that, it didn't really rain. It rained a little bit off and on, and I made it all the way to Sudbury, which was my goal. But it was a 7-hour drive, and it took me 18 hours today, or 17 hours today. So I didn't make very good time. Let's put it that way. My butt is sore, but here I am. It's only like 8:30. So here I am on the side of the river. On the side of the road, there was this beautiful spot, and it's crown land apparently. And it's just like a little piece of quiet heaven. Take a look around. There's my tent drying off the fly and a few other things. Motorbikes over there. There's some rocks and cliff, and the river is flowing by me here. It's a beautiful little spot. I'm gonna take a bath in the water, because when I was driving with those strangers, I couldn't move, because every time I moved I got a whiff of just nasty BO, and so I'm looking forward to washing some of that off. There's a little bit of it's not a